Papers. Investigation reveals how Bishop Oyedepo set up company for wife and children in tax haven. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Founder and General Overseer of Living Faith Church Worldwide, also known as Winners Chapel International, Bishop David Oyedepo has been identified in the list of Nigerians that set up offshore companies in the British Virgin Islands. The investigation is part of a global international consortium of investigative journalists, ICIJ, led Pandora Papers project, and which Premium Times is a part of. The project involves 600 journalists from 150 news organizations around the world, sorting and analyzing a trove of almost 12 million confidential files, tracking down and interviewing sources, and adding context using public record and documents. The leaked files were retrieved from some offshore service firms around the world that set up shell companies and other offshore entities for clients, many of them influential politicians, business persons, and criminals seeking to conceal their financial dealings. Former Governor of Anambra State and Vice Presidential Candidate of the People's Democratic Party (P2B), Governor of Kebbi State Atiku Bagudu, and that of Osun State Gboyega Oyetola were the other prominent Nigerians that have been exposed in the tax haven scandal. According to the report, Oyedepo in August 2007 contracted the services of Business Centurion Limited, a London-based agent, to help him set up a company in the infamous tax haven for him and his immediate family members. Business Centurion subsequently subcontracted Trident Trust Group, one of the world's leading security enablers and one of the most notorious providers of offshore corporate and financial services. The company Zadok Investments Limited was set up in August 2007 with 50,000 ordinary shares with a value of $1 each. Although the directors of the company are Mr. Oyedepo and his two sons, David Jr. and Isaac, every member of Mr. Oyedepo's family are listed as shareholders. Mr. Oyedepo and his wife, Faith, are the largest shareholders with 30% of shares each. His children, David Jr., who in 2016 was appointed resident pastor of the headquarters of a church known as Faith Tabernacle, has 10%, while Isaac, who is a resident pastor of the church branch in Maryland, the United States of America, also has 10% of the shares. Love and Joy, the two daughters of the cleric, were similarly given 10% shares each. The document did not reveal the exact businesses and transactions the offshore company was set up to conduct. The entity, however, appears to be the family's investment vehicle. Under the family's wealth is warehoused for offshore management, the report read in part. What of Imams, please? What are you doing? Far Sahara. We need peace and unity here. Don't talk about men of God. Talk about peace and unity in the country. It is business. The truth remains that the more you close your mouth to what is wrong, and the more you continue to accommodate it, saying no, you will not discuss certain issues. Call a spade a spade. What is wrong is wrong. What is right. That is just the truth. Take a stand to always be transparent and sincere. I keep saying it. If the electorates in Nigeria, and I'm not talking about those in government, those that are not even in any governmental position. For instance, the youth of our generation now. If our youths will maintain a standard of being sincere, speaking the truth and being just and have integrity, do you know that later these youths will become the leaders of tomorrow? That is just the truth. And then we are going to be able to have wonderful leaders, competent leaders leading our country. But if we keep this attitude of tribalism, ethnicism, this is a religious person, oh, I do not want to condemn what he's doing. No, he's not supposed to be spoken of like this. No, things will continue to go wrong. Things will continue to go wrong. And at the end of the day, these people will be the one that will transcend into those that are going to become our leaders tomorrow. That is just the truth. How are you in your own percentage, in your own capability now? How are you handling your small business? How are you disposing your duties in your place of work? How are you being a very good Nigerian? How are you being a patriotic citizen of the country? Are you closing your eye to evil and saying it's none of your business? Or are you refusing to say it is evil when you see evil? When you see injustice, do you say it is justice just because those involved, you are going to get 1 or 2 goodies from them? Do you come out to condemn things when they are not okay? Do you hide the truth just because it is going to hurt some set of people? Are you that kind of a person? It hurts to be, look, it is not easy to be a patriot. It is not easy. That is why we keep saying, oh, the country is bad, we have bad leaders. And at the end of the day, it's like it's been rotated, because even with the electorates, we are not even as good. We are not good ourselves. We are not good. We are not striving to be. That is just the truth. There will continually to be a rotation of leaders who will feel are not doing the right thing, because when they were once just electors like us, they were also not doing the right thing. Most churches are family property in Nigeria. It is a liberal capitalist economy. Church is a means of production in Nigeria. Hence, it is a family business or an enterprise transferred from one family member to another. It is a peaceful relationship that exists between the pastor who owns the means of production, church ownership, and the church member who owns the means of labor supply, word supply, and are milked by the pastors. The church members supply the words consistently. This economic relationship is peaceful, unlike the Marxian, that is antagonistic in nature. Put simply, the owner, pastor, cries bitterly for his stolen property, tithes, and gets members arrested or thrown out in EFCC custody for stealing without following the spiritual way of administering punishment. He keeps milking and praying the church members, while the members keep living a deplorable life. What should I call this ideology? That is so commendable. A very good one at that. Congrats, man of God. Perhaps if Nigerian youths can have access to obtain employment over there in Texas and work in that organization, it's an advantage to Nigeria. No big deal. Now, this is savagery. This is sarcasm. Because he criticized government, they want to hit him back. You cannot tarnish his image, though. The truth remains, a spade will continue to be a spade. A spade will continue to be a spade. This is, whether it is a clap back, whether it is a savage back, the truth remains. What is bad is bad. What is good is good. That is just it. This ideology of I do not want to talk against this particular person. No. What is bad is bad. What is bad is bad. And the thing is, we are going to go down this adage that said you should mind how you throw stones if you live in a glass house. Meaning you cannot come and keep pointing fingers at others. Yes, everybody is not doing the right thing. How are you? That is why I said, read the electorate now. How are you fair in your own disposal? No matter the level where you are, in your place of work, how are you fair and just? Because at the end of the day, you are complaining, the government is this, the government. At the end of the day, you grow and you become the government one day. How would you handle affairs? Are you not still going to be, if you are now biased, are you not going to still be biased then?